Forget the bullet train. In the heart of Kyoto's Arashiyama, there's a journey that doesn't measure its speed in kilometers per hour, but in moments of natural wonder. This is the Sagano Romantic Train, and it might just be the most beautiful 25 minutes in all of Japan. The Romantic Train leaves from Saga Station, which is near the JR Saga Arashiyama station, and winds its way to Kyoto Station, which is about a 25-minute trip, as I mentioned earlier. During the trip, there is stops near the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest and at Hozugawa Station. Along the journey, you do crisscross the Hozugawa River. For this video, we are filming from Saga Station to Kyoto Station. There is going to be a couple of jump cuts because either the footage was shaky, we were showing the faces of too many people, which I don't want to do, or because we stopped at a station for a while. The final thing I will note is that there's a lot of tunnels on this train line. Some have made the final cut, but others have been cut out because they were completely pitch black. For a return adult ticket, it costs 880 yen. During peak periods such as autumn and spring, you will need to book your ticket in advance to avoid disappointment. Another thing to note is that the seats in some of the cars are quite narrow, so a lot of people do end up standing at the ends of the carriages or in the aisle. We were seated in car 5 that has no windows and a glass roof, so you can view the scenery with minimal obstructions. There is also commentary whilst you're on the train that is in Japanese and English. There is also an audio guide that you can download prior to boarding. Now, this is the second time we have been on the Sagano Romantic Train. The first time we visited in late April in the hope of seeing sakura blossom, but sadly we were too late. Which is frustrating because the train runs through a tunnel of cherry blossom trees and it would have been absolutely magical to go through and see. This time we visited in late November in the hope of seeing the autumn foliage. What we got to see was the deciduous trees going through different stages of dropping their leaves. Some were still a lush green, some were beginning to turn yellow and orange, others were bright red, almost purple stage, and others had completely dropped their leaves. Now would be a good time to note that during late October and November, the Sagano Romantic Train does run over night time, so you can see the illuminations along the track. The Sagano Scenic Railway was founded in 1990 by JR West. It uses old railway lines that used to run between Saga and Umahori. Originally, the Scenic Railway was serviced by a diesel locomotive pulling 4 semi-open coaches, but a year after the Scenic line opened, the 5th carriage was added and it's nicknamed the Rich, and that's the car we're riding in today, which is converted from an old gondola. Hozugawa Station is the halfway point between the two main stops, and the platform is lined with tanuki of varying sizes. From time to time, whilst you're on the romantic train, you will notice some boats coming through, and they are the Hozugawa River cruise, which starts in Kamioka. You can take the river cruise back to Arashiyama. It takes about 2 hours, and it is quite popular. Whilst the train can sometimes be crowded, it is a wonderful way to enjoy the natural scenery of Arashiyama. And to be perfectly honest, I think I'll be making time every time I go to Kyoto to head to Arashiyama and ride the scenic train. But that's just me. If you want more information about the Sagano Romantic Railway, you can find it in the description box below. If you want to know more about the trains that run in Japan or the history of trains in Japan, you can check out our SC Maglev Museum video, which is linked up here. And if you are currently planning your next trip to Japan, make sure you subscribe for more of our videos. Thanks for watching!